This is the GIS Evening Report for Monday, April 29th, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, more than 1,700 applications received for a license upgrade. Details to this story and more after the break.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. Make us all VIPs. Take your vaccine, get immunized and protected. Kids, let's build our immunity to have a healthier society. I'm vaccinated, I'm immunized, and I'm protected. Get vaccinated, for we the children's future. Protect this mindset together. Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. Head of the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, ASP Randall Batiste, says the department has received more than 1,700 applications as the government initiative to upgrade to D-Class license begins. An individual wishing to upgrade must hold a B, C, or C1 license for a minimum of 5 years and be medically fit to be in charge of a motor vehicle. Those who met the criteria are required to complete and submit an application form either online at www.finance.gd or in person at the RGPF Traffic Headquarters on the Carriacou. An upgrade fee of $30 must be paid to complete the process, and the first payment for the upgraded license must be done in person. Subsequent renewals and payments can be made online.
I arrived at the department just about 10 to 8, and I met more than 50 persons in the yard waiting to commence the process. All right, so the process has since started, and we have in excess of over 1,600 applicants thus far. As you know, we have two means of persons applying. That's on the online platform, Ministry of Finance platform, and persons walking in to apply. We have close to 1,200 applicants online, and we have close to 500 applicants in terms of persons walking in. You may ask about carriacou. The update we have from carriacou thus far, about 30 persons will have applied.
ASP Batiste explained the process involved and outlined the point at which money should be paid at the Inland Revenue Division.
It starts off with persons doing the application. The application will be verified to ensure that the applicant meets the criteria, and once that is done, then it will be approved by me and forwarded to the Inland Revenue Department, to the police officers at Inland Revenue Department, who in turn will reach out to the applicant via a phone call, informing him or her of their application being approved. After that, they will have to go into Inland Revenue now to process the upgrade. At that stage is where the necessary payments will be made in terms of the upgrade fee of $30 and the license fee for the Class D license. And the fee will be varied based on your date of birth, because you know our expiry date to our driver's license is based on person's date of birth. So that fee will be varied and will be determined by the Inland Revenue Department.
The initial release issued to the general public on April 28th indicated that prospective applicants should produce a medical certificate that he or she is fit to drive a motor vehicle, but this has since been updated.
One of the criteria in the release that was sent out stated for an applicant to produce a medical certificate. However, we have made some changes as it relates to that. So it is not mandatory for an applicant to produce a medical certificate. As it stands now, all you need to do is to produce the application form, fill out the application form and submit it. And upon review, a determination will be made if there is a need for the applicant to submit a medical certificate.
This driver's license upgrade exercise is being conducted pursuant to the passing of the Road Traffic Amendment Act No. 1 of 2024 and the Road Traffic Extension of Driving License Classes Order SRO No. 6 of 2024. The standard processing time for an application is 3 working days. However, delays can be expected given the number of applicants. The National Water and Sewage Authority says all its water supply systems are compromised due to the severity of the dry season. During a press conference on Monday to update the nation on the status of its systems, the company reported that in some cases, its daily water distribution has been cut by half as a result of the shortage. Acting General Manager Terence Smith says the rainfall outlook from the Caribbean Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology for March, April, and May predicted an 80% chance that this year's dry season will be wet, with a 20% chance of severe dryness. He said now is the time for Grenadians to adapt and adopt best practices to survive the existing dry spell.
It became clear to us over the last, let's say, 10 days to 2 weeks, monitoring daily the production of our treatment plants, the levels of our dams and intakes, the level of the Granitang Lake, which is a major source of augmentation for the Annandale water treatment plant, and also the very, very limited rainfall in this month of April, that we are, while the dry season has not been severe to the current time, we are entering a period in which we could have a drought. We could be entering drought conditions. So this is an effort at being proactive.
Manager of Transmission and Distribution, Ernest Bruno, explained the challenges faced in meeting demands with the limited supply of water.
The South is not the island, right? So if we just look at a few, if I should name Cloché, a place as Cloché, we normally around now distribute about 40,000 gallons of water per day. Right now we are down to only 7,000, right? A place as Les Avocats, we normally have about 280,000 of gallons of water distributed daily. Right now, we are down to 135. Right? If I just list Annandale, from between 2 million, we are down to 1.5. Right? And it does not stop there. If I'm just to list Mamacan, which is in the St. Andrews area, Mamacan, which is in the St. Andrews area, we are now from 330 distribution to about 200. Now, with all of that, what you find, your customers don't change. They are the same and even more. So as what do you do with such challenges? We must put something in place, because our aim at NAWASA is to equitably distribute the water we receive.
The authority has implemented strategies to mitigate the impact of the dry spell. These include valve regulations, more investment in plumbing supplies, and a zero tolerance against leaks, just to name a few.
We started valve regulation in February. That was when we realized the dry season was coming and intensifying more and more. Now we are down to valve distribution in about 10 to 15 areas. So that valve regulation we started was of the Les Avocats system. That's a system in Menaka, which normally serves from Menaka right down to St. Paul's, Parade, and those areas. Presently, our valve regulation has gone to Mardi Gras. We have valve regulation in Bonaccord. We are preparing for valve regulation now in the PTA Tang area. We're preparing for valve regulation where we had some at the south, but now we have to go to the Montrouge and those areas. We're already doing that, and our valve regulation will continue because, as I said, it's the only way we can distribute our water equitably. Now, we are not just doing valve regulation. We are also taking what you might call as zero tolerance on leaks. We are putting all our resources, especially in the areas where we have these shortfall.
Stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized, I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. Government's pilot water access and sanitation in homes or WASH program has officially concluded. The project, which was piloted in Belle Isle, St. David in October last year, is a collaborative effort between Nation Builders, a non-profit organization, and the government of Grenada. It was developed to enhance water access and improve sanitation in homes. Since its launch, 35 homes in the community have been outfitted with bathroom and toilet facilities and indoor running water. Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for St. David, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, said if we are to overcome inaccessibility to water and promote proper sanitation, we must take collective action.
It requires collective action on the part of all of us to tackle and eradicate this challenge. And the naysayers will tell you it can't be done. Well, I'm sure all of the diseases that we've eliminated that has plagued mankind for hundreds of years, there were also naysayers who said they could not be done. This is not a disease. This is simple acceptance of a state of affairs that we should not accept and that we should not have our citizens living in, particularly our women and children, in 2024. So the clarion call for all of us is to join hands together to make this happen. Nation Builders has really been the vehicle through which we were able to deliver this on scale, impactful, with integrity, and with the reputation of the project intact. There is no contractor who's not been paid. There is no corruption. There is no misuse of funds. And the recipients have all been delivered first-class sanitation facilities.
Each recipient was required to assist with the construction of their facilities. Dean Jules is the program coordinator.
Within the first week, we were able to complete 10 of the bathrooms that of the 35 or 36 we had to build. Foundation works were completed. And in 4 weeks' time, we were able to start the brickwork. And so as that take momentum, more of the recipients plus the villagers came on board. And it makes our task easier and exciting. The recipients of this beautiful sanitation facility, they played a very important role of making it happen.
2 of the 35 recipients are happy to have benefited from this program and can now enjoy its reward.
Your commitment to improving sanitation and hygiene standards has made a significant impact in our lives, and we are truly grateful for your dedication and hard work.
Your initiative reflects your understanding of our needs and challenges. We are truly appreciative of the positive impact that has made on our daily lives. With a heartfelt thank you, we the people of Belle Isle, we are grateful, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
While the project will be launched in other constituencies, Prime Minister Mitchell has identified other communities within his constituency where it can also be implemented. Grenada has made its mark at the 16th Caribbean Renewable Energy Forum held in Miami, Florida, with the presence of Honorable Karine James, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. Minister James was accorded the honor of addressing the CREF Assembly as one of the distinguished speakers focusing her discourse on the theme Caribbean Leadership, Delivering on the Vision. Her insights are poised to contribute significantly to the collective dialogue on advancing sustainable energy solutions in the region. The conference, which was held from April 24th to 26th, served as an annual nexus for leaders unified in their commitment to attract investments in energy transition initiatives throughout the Caribbean region. This year, the event has drawn approximately 500 policymakers, developers, financiers, and investors from diverse sectors, including energy, climate, finance, technology, and industry. In conjunction with the forum, Grenada proudly participates in the CARICOM Women in Sustainable Energy WISE Award ceremony. Minister James was presented with the award. During an interview, Minister James said that she will continue to advocate for renewable energy and encourage others to exercise their full potential.
I acknowledge the significant platform it provides for advocacy and leadership in renewable energy and in politics on a whole. And I am committed to using this recognition to champion initiatives that engage young people and women in the sector, not just symbolically, but as a substantive push towards non-traditional roles and leadership positions. And so this award for me is not merely an accolade for past achievements or ongoing achievements, but it is a beacon of what we can accomplish moving forward. And so it underscores the imperative to integrate more diverse voices into environmental decision-making, ensuring that our collective future is shaped by a broader, more inclusive array of insights and expertise.
We take our final break. We'll be right back.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
As a parent, it is my responsibility to care and protect my children. It is my responsibility to ensure they are safeguarded at all times. It is the same for you to safeguard your children by keeping them on their vaccination and immunization schedule. Make them a VIP. Vaccinated, immunized, and protected. I am Pinky Fabulous. I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
And finally in the news, the Mardi Gras at the National Stadium on Carnival Sunday, August 11th will return with the King and Queen of Bands component in Spice Mass 2024. That information was shared during the media launch of Grenada's largest festivity on Monday. Chair of the Spice Mass Corporation, Kurt Ross, says Spice Mass is a festival that has to be produced and in doing so, give exposure to the many talents on island.
A vibrant tapestry woven from the rich threads of Grenadian tradition and infectious energy of the Caribbean spirit. Spice Mass is more than just a party. It's a cultural experience. It's a chance to immerse yourself in the tradition that have shaped our islands, to connect with the Grenadian people, and to create memories that will last a lifetime.
Spice Mass, which is expected to cost over $5 million, will also see increases in prize money for contestants participating in the Majestic Thursday Queen Pageant. That information was shared by Cecile Noel, CEO of the SMC, who says like any other aspect of Spice Mass, the contestants too do have substantial costs to cover. The winner's purse is expected to be increased by at least $5,000 this year.
The Carnival Queen, with respect to the prize money, it was at $10,000 for the winner. We are moving that up to at least, and I say at least, 15 this year, right? And we are in fact still in discussion because a number of things we are looking at, and I think we just had to be really fair and honest in this respect. Over the years, we also offered like scholarship to the young ladies. That, in fact, has become a challenging prospect to do properly, because it's not everybody that participates wants a scholarship in the first gate. And secondly, I think when that arrangement was originally made, the whole concern, or should I say the hope, was that government will be able to work along with SGU to facilitate that. And again, as we look at it in a deeper and broader way, depending on what somebody wants to study, it's also not there. So that part of the in-kind price, we have to really seriously look at in terms of what we can do for the young ladies. So having said that, we are working at increase the actual prize money. So it's going to be 15, 10, 12, up from 10, 8, 6 from previous years.
The decision to return Calypso Final to the Mardi Gras on August 11th, Noel says, is to ensure that the full effect of Big Sunday is revamped to give carnival lovers a true experience. Preliminary indicators, Noel says, suggest that at least 12 bands are expected to participate in Carnival, all of whom will be encouraged to portray a king and queen.
We are of the opinion that the Mardi Gras in itself, it's something that is significant as well as synonymous with our carnival. And when we talk about our culture, our explosion, and wanting to keep things and build on the past, we saw it extremely important to bring that back as part of our staple event for Carnival. From our discussions and meeting with them, there are approximately 12 such bands. And let me take the opportunity to also explain to the general public that what we are requesting of the Fancy Mass bands is that they compete for Band of the Year. We know there's some various trends and thoughts with respect to what we do and how we do it, but we are encouraging them as much as possible to do that. And there are a number of reasons why we are doing that. And you'll see how it also fall in line with the Queen and King of the bands. Because we see that as being one of the main ways we can have the Fancy Mass band be more orderly on the streets. And when I say orderly, I'm talking about the portrayals in sections, as well as the actual tendency to be moving forward, and not be seen as quote-unquote a party band who just stops, have a party in the street, and there's no real flow of the bands moving from point A to point B.
Another area that will be given focus, Noel says, is that of the panorama on Fantastic Saturday, August 10th.
For the patrons at the venue, we are working towards having a number of fillers that will do several things. Keep the audience alive and not have that lull as the bands change over from one to the next. But most of the fillers we are looking at are also aimed to be educational fillers, things that will further help people understand Pan. So whether it's going to be something dramatized, whether it's going to be a dance in between, whatever it is, that's the intention.
The theme for Spice Mass 2024 is Explosion of Culture. A major launch is scheduled from Saturday, May 4th from 5 p.m. at the car park of the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. That story concludes the GIS Evening Report for Monday, April 29th, 2024. I am Christian Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.